just thinking about how, yesterday we had a sense of what was going to happen and who was going on these trips. And Sudhika was going to be in the car with Michael B. And sort of things were settled plans. And even this morning, Linda was taking her car and that changed. And that sense of just, who knows, it'll be worked out. And then sure enough, this morning we work it out, things change, plans change for who's going and who's staying. And then I just noticed in myself, it's settled now. And then Ajahn said, yeah. Oh, and no morning puja. Okay, that's settled. No morning puja. You know what's happening tomorrow. And it's such a comical thing because it's never settled. It's always changing. Even the trip's going to change. There's going to probably be some sort of thing that wasn't worked out, or that go to the beach instead of Handy Woods or whatever it is. But we get fooled. We get, okay, it's all settled. We know what's happening. We know what our jobs are. We know what we're doing. We can see on the board from the Tamakito signing the work. I know what I'm doing this morning. And we just never know. It's always 100% absolutely guaranteed that it will always be different. Because how we picture what's going to happen is just going to be, even if it's in the realm of something we imagine, it can't be exactly how we planned it. And yet this kind of relief of knowing, what am I going to do? It's this sense of, there's no more anicca, there's no more sense of uncertainty or impermanence, or at least that's what the feeling can be sometimes. It's, I'm driving this car, or this person's going in this other car, this is how it's going to be. And to the end of the day, like 2 or 3 people could be in the emergency room, we have no idea. And so what we do is we keep watching, and we keep seeing this sense of needing security, of wanting security, and fooling ourselves with it and say, I am secure, I know what I'm doing, I know what's happening. And amazingly enough, each moment, it's different. It's always slightly different, and we just keep fooling ourselves. So it's helpful to remind ourselves of that, even when we have a feeling of, okay, it's sure now. I know what I'm doing. I know what's happening. Just to remind ourselves, we don't. It's going to be different. And so then when the plans change, and we've reminded ourselves of this often enough that we live in that reality of knowing that there's going to be inconstancy, then when it occurs, there's just not a problem. It's like, oh yeah, this was bound to happen. This is going to happen. And we don't get so disturbed. And what gets developed is equanimity over time. It just allows us to live in a way where we're not flustered by anything that occurs, because anything can happen and we're ready for it. And this is not easy because our minds tend to be moving in the opposite direction of, I gotta know, I need to be sure, and I'm not comfortable unless I'm sure, and why won't this person tell me, and when am I gonna know this? And when we're living with anicca, when we're living with that sense of uncertainty, not sureness, then it really opens up so much freedom for us, and we end up suffering a lot less.